the way I move. First you slide, then you boom. That's a capico on you. Oh, watch the way I move. Oh, watch the way I move. Oh, watch the way I move. First you slide, then you boom. That's a capico on you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're over here in Raid Shadow Legends Mobile, and I'm taking on Dark Fae in the normal Doom Tower. This is floor number 40, and basically I want to help all of those beginners get through floor number 40. Now, Dark Fae is a annoying bitch. I'm just gonna be honest, and excuse my language if you guys don't like hearing curse words, but sometimes frustration gets to you, and Dark Fae is gonna bring out that frustration in you. Now, she is a difficult boss to try to basically tangle with, because she has this feature in which she can copy your team and she can also revive your team. What do I mean by that? Well, as you guys can see here, we have Basher, we have Juliana, we have Rhonda, we have Sion, and we have Dazdirk over here. Now, I selected these particular champions because in the past, I kept being defeated by Dark Fae because she has the ability to copy your team. So anybody good that you place on your team, she's basically going to copy and use them as allies in order to defeat you. So if you want to defeat yourself, you want to make it easier on yourself. So all of those times I kept using Ultimate Death Knight, I kept using Scylla the Drakes, Vizix, Coldheart, I kept using Dracul, Ithios, who else was I using? Yeah, pretty much, oh yeah, and an Armiger. Yeah, so pretty much anyone that has like extreme survivability, unkillable, keep shielding, keep healing you. Basically, you don't want to face off against those particular people, and you also don't want to face off against turn meter players. So if you have particular champions that have turn meter control, such as Armiger, he also has a block revive, so you don't want to face off against that. Scylla the Drakes has ally protection, she has healing and increasing your speed. You don't want to face off against that. And then with Dracul and Ultimate Death Knight, they're going to keep you in the game as long as physically possible with their shielding and also with the healing. Now Dracul, he doesn't heal you, he just keeps, basically shielding you up, and he also increases your attack. So you don't want to face off against champions that can do those particular things. Now with the team that I have here, Dazdirk, which is the dwarf, he can actually increase your attack and he can boost your turn meter. But nonetheless, you have to be able to control the match yourself. So having my Rhonda, she has the ability to AoE this entire team with her A3. She can literally nuke. But that's the thing that you want to basically do. You want to be able to nuke the other champions over there with Dark Fae, so that way you can control the game itself, and that way if you take out that team, you can now start attacking Dark Fae because she has no one there to basically defend her. So as you guys can see, I took out my team over there. They're dead, and now I have the opportunity to face off and defeat Dark Fae. But she does have that ability to revive anyone that basically died over there. So we have to make sure that my Rhonda is basically staying in the game long enough to see our victory. So let's see if we can do this here. Now we're doing this on manual, by the way. Usually I auto fight, and sometimes the auto fight, it has a success rate of like a 50% chance. So 50 you'll lose, and then 50 you'll win. Now I just landed a leech on there for 2 turns, so I'll be able to siphon just a slight bit of her health, and soon she's going to be able to revive her team, and we're going to have to try to defeat them once again. Hopefully she doesn't take possession of my Rhonda. Now what do I mean by that? Well, if you guys have ever faced off against her, you may notice that one of your champions, they had no access. You weren't able to control them. she took control of that person. She kind of took their soul for a few turns until you defeated the champions that are over there allying her, meaning your mirror image of your team. You have to defeat them in order to regain access to your strongest champion, because that's what she does. Being a bitch, she's going to take control of the strongest champion, and you're not going to be able to use them until you defeat her and the rest of the team that's over there. So right now we're treading on thin ice, because right now she could revive anyone. And if she ends up bringing back like Ronda, yeah, Ronda's going to freaking come back and nuke the entire team, and we're going to be dead in the water. Now my Basher here, he's dead. I don't have a reviver on this team, so we're going to have to try to basically get the job done without him being here. That was a good hit from Sion, and the rest of my my attacks here from Ronda is basically on a 1-turn cooldown right now. So we will have access to the A2 soon, and also the A3. So just in case she revives anybody, my A3 will come in handy. Okay, so she let out some True Fear, and most of my team was able to resist it. And now she has stolen one of our buffs here. As you guys can see, the continuous heal for 1 turn. But my Ronda, her gear is built in lifesteal. So every hit that I'm dealing damage to, she's basically stealing your life. So that's so cool. I love life stealing gear, but it's not, for every suitable champion out there. But for Ronda, it's definitely recommended that you equip her with that, you know what I'm saying? Unless you have her equipped with like Bolster, where she can heal herself. But lifesteal, man, it's just something else, So building Ronda with lifesteal and maybe some ignore defense, you can probably get like let's see, you can go Savage with Ronda. So that way you can get that ignore defense in there. You can also go Instinct as well with the increased speed, and then you can ignore 20% of the defense. But more so, I would recommend the lifesteal, because you can see what it does. If she goes down, all she has to do is punch you a couple of times, and she can steal your life and basically heal back up to full HP. So now what we're going to do is go in with the A2 for Sion here, because he has the heal reduction and the block buffs. So that means we can kind of block her healing here, and we can also block her incoming buff if she doesn't resist this following attack. So successful land right there. Now we're going to go in with Juliana. She has her A2, and her A2 here, as you guys can see, places an increased crit rate on herself for 2 turns. Then she attacks the following enemy 2 times, places a 5% poison debuff on the target for 3 turns if this attack is critical. So you have to build Juliana with a lot of crit rate, and you also have to build her with a lot of accuracy, so that way she can land that poisoning, because that is the big version of the poison right there. And then it says here, if Romario is on the same team, which is on my team, if he happens to be present with her and still alive, she will ignore 50% of the target's defense just because Romario is here. So those 2 guys, they're a couple, you know what I'm saying? So having them together is deadly on any team that you basically form together. Okay. So now what you just saw was the True Fear basically putting the effect on Juliana. She lost her turn ability. She wasn't able to use the A2. So now we can try to finish up here with Ronda doing the AoE with the A3. Hopefully this could be able to get her down to a small percentage, because I do know that revival is coming. I just don't know how long I can survive this. Okay, So we still got maybe 1 or 2 turns left before she is able to revive everyone on that side. But as you saw, the AoE, that lifesteal, I'm able to regain a big chunk just by using the A3. And she still is under the heal reduction and the block buffs. So we got 1 more turn to basically try to get this job done here. Now I can go in with the increased attack here and filling our turn meter, which is kind of scary, you know what I'm saying, because you're walking on thin ice, as I mentioned. So now we can go ahead and attack her, and job has been successfully done. And then look at the time right there. It took me 13 minutes. Now the reason why it took me so long is because I'm having a conversation with you the entire way and just basically overthinking a lot of things. But as you guys can see though, the best time that I had was 1 minute and 24 seconds with a best move of 28 moves. So right there with the 13-minute timer that we had, we defeated her with 36 turns. So not that bad, but not too good either, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, everything that I told you guys is extremely true, and it should be successful for almost all the levels. But I will say that she does get increasingly more deadly as you guys start to go up in the floor. So this is workable for floor number 40, but let's say if she's on floor 80 or if she's at floor 120, this technique, it may not work for you guys. So you might have to find another video after this video to help you with the next following floors. Now, I'm not doing any levels on hardcore mode of the Doom Tower, but if I do end up finding success rates, I'll make a following video. So hopefully this helped you guys. Once again, make sure you don't give her anyone that's too formidable. You know what I'm saying? Don't give her Ultimate Death Knight. Don't give her Scylla the Drakes. Don't give her Armiger. Don't give her Cold Heart. Don't give her Dracul. Don't give her anybody that is basically has a strong survivability and also turn meter and also heal, you know, healing factors and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to smash the like button, share the video with your friends, help other people, and also subscribe today. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
That was totally wicked!
No matter how I do it, I just do it. My mama proud of me. I hope my mama proud of me, cause I dubbed college just so I could focus on a dream. I know my mama died of me, salute me, now she down with me. Now 2 bros going back and forth, sibling rivalry. Who this guy gotta be, do numbers like the lottery. The coldest every winter, every summer, nothing hot as me. And if I spring up, bet my nigga on the side of me, ready for a war.